If you are a fan of local radio, you've probably heard the news. Two longtime broadcasters are off the air.
iHeartMedia made that announcement on Monday. Buck and Dex no longer have a morning show on 104.1 The Edge. Many have flooded social media asking why. News 13's Catherine Mazzone spoke with both sides to find out. Catherine?
Good morning, Adam. Now, the news came as a shock to many, including Buck and Dex. They say after more than 13 years, it was difficult to let go.
It's going to be weird not being there with these people, you know, with our army.
It's tough, you know. I mean, the Edge is embedded in me, you know. I mean, and so it's going to be hard to let that go and start over somewhere else. So.
The two say they received an email to meet with their bosses after their morning show on Monday. And when the two got to the studio, they say the general manager was there with two envelopes. They were told iHeartMedia was reorganizing the station and they wouldn't be a part of that. They say it was like a dream. But reps with iHeartMedia say they put a lot of thought into their decision. They tell me this really began more than 6 months ago while analyzing the show. They say ratings were down and it was time for a change.
I thank Buck and Dex for their years of service and the job they did, and you know, it's time to move forward for all of us. And we provided them with a nice severance package if they choose to take it, and you know, we can move on.
Now, leaders with iHeartMedia say there's no plans to change any other lineups on their stations. If this was a local decision, they're always analyzing every show. Now, I asked them why there was no forewarning, and they say they didn't want anything to be said on the air, and that's just the way it has to be in radio. Back to you.
Catherine, thank you. A new morning show starts on Monday. It's called the Baxter and Janae Show. You might have seen comments on social media rooting for both sides, but it's become even more than that. We'll tell you what we mean coming up in our next half hour this morning.
We turn out to this, a social media firestorm. Many have strong feelings about iHeartMedia's decision to cut the longtime host of a popular morning radio show in Albuquerque.
And they haven't been shy about letting the world know about it. Now many Buck and Dex fans are taking it a step further. News 13's Catherine Mazzone explains.
Well, that's right, Adam. After more than 13 years on the air, the morning show duo was given the axe on Monday. Now, after that, their fans took to social media with their thoughts. You know, I asked iHeartMedia leaders if they predicted this sort of reaction from listeners. Here's what they had.
We always encourage our talent to bond with their audience, and this shows that they did bond with their audience, and they're responding in kind.
Chuck Hammond, the iHeartMedia's regional president, says he's seen people at the station rallying for Buck and Dex, who once hosted the morning show on 104.1 The Edge. But there's been an even bigger backlash online. Many are pleading for the show's return, while others are boycotting the station and iHeartMedia altogether. We even found an online petition, and later today, close to 200 people have said they'll be at a Facebook organized protest. But there are also some who say they're glad to see the duo go. I even found posts on my own page from those welcoming a change. Yet Buck and Dex say the support has made this blow a little easier to handle.
Some of the things we've read, I don't know about you, but I tear up just to see the impact we've had on the community. It's inspiring and it's encouraging and makes me want to get back on the air as soon as possible.
It's totally overwhelming.
You know, Buck says he has no ill will against iHeartMedia, and the two say they'd love to work together again if they have the right fit. The new morning show, Baxter and Janae, starts on Monday morning. Back to you.
All right, Catherine, thank you. iHeartMedia execs say talks to cut the popular morning show team began 6 months ago. They say ratings were down and it was time for a change.